Good morning. Are you Matthew Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Smith, I need you to speak up, please, so I can hear you, and so the court reporter can hear you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Parker, will your client waive the reading of the indictment?
And will, Your Honor?
Mr. Smith, in cause number 26 DCCR 0073, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of material, copper, and that's from December 8th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you will be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred probation. Is there a fine?
There's not a fine, but it's supposed to be restitution, which I don't know. We didn't have.
So there will be restitution that will be determined for sentencing?
The owner has never turned in a restitution, Your Honor.
Okay,
This is copper from a business.
right.
There might have been insurance coverage, but there's never been a form turned in by the owner.
So would you want to waive PSI and go forward, or do you want me to set it for a PSI with restitution to be determined so that if there is some, they can get that to y'all before sentencing?
Well, PSI would be good. Thank
So
you, Judge.
if there's any restitution, then you would be ordered to pay whatever that amount is. Do you understand? As part of your probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, Your Honor.
State tenders number 1.
Objection?
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Smith is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do that pre-sentence report and see if there's any restitution that they can determine between now and then we'll come back later for sentencing. Ms. French, what is the state's position with regard to me reducing the bond based on the nature of that plea agreement for sentencing?
It's 30 days, Your Honor. Whatever time he gets, he'll get credit for.
Well, if it's a deferred,
Probation is a place.
if it's a deferred probation, typically just, so you haven't been in here.
I'm
It's a,
so sorry. I was thinking of another 20-month term.
yeah, it's a,
Moving on to the next one. Sorry. I'll defer to the court.
no issues that you see me doing that. So, Mr. Smith, what I'm going to do based on the nature of your plea agreement is reduce your bond to $1,000, but I'm going to make that a personal bond. And so what that means is you're not going to have to pay the $1,000 to get out of jail. You're just going to get out of jail today. But there's some very important things about that. The first is that the first thing you do when you get out of jail is go to the probation department so they can start that process to do that report. If you don't do that, then you run the risk of me not accepting the plea agreement and things could be worse. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, if you're arrested for anything between now and when you come back for sentencing, you obviously run the risk of me not accepting the plea agreement and things would be worse. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll see you back at sentencing. Probation is going to give you some paperwork in just a minute so that you know exactly where to go when you're released today, okay? All right, you can go back with the bailiff.
In this courtroom hearing, the judge questions Matthew Smith about a charge of state jail felony theft involving copper from December 2025, to which he pleads guilty voluntarily and confirms he understands the consequences, including waiving his right to appeal under a plea agreement for 5 years of deferred probation with restitution still to be determined. The court verifies his competency, accepts the plea, and orders a pre-sentence investigation, PSI, before final sentencing to assess possible restitution, while also reducing his bond to a $1,000 personal bond, allowing his release without payment on the condition that he immediately reports to probation and avoids any further legal trouble, warning that failure to comply or new arrests could lead to harsher outcomes or rejection of the plea deal.